Hey guys, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks. This video is going to be dedicated to teamwork with my good buddy Ike. I'm playing in the T10 and Ike is also playing in the T10. Now, for any of you who don't have this Tier 10 American heavy tank, you're kind of missing out. It is a departure from what you might call a stereotypical heavy tank, like the IS-4, the IS-7, or the E100, which focuses on having great all-round armor. Although you could argue that the IS-7 doesn't have great all-round armor, but it still has over 100 of the side. The T10 forgoes all side armor and all rear armor to have a fantastic front profile, but more importantly, a 120mm gun that is capable of obliterating its opponents. Now, its alpha damage might not be quite as high as many of the other Tier 10 heavies, but it has a great rate of fire. Now, I'm fighting a T-54 here, and unfortunately for me, he has put 2 good shots into my lower plate. But I'm punishing him just as hard, if not more so. And we take him out with 4 shots. Now, those are some fairly decent rolls. On average, I should have only done 1,600 damage to him. We rolled slightly high with a couple of the shells, which was enough to take him out the game. Although I did lose just over 900 health. Now, is that a good trade? Is it a good trade to lose pretty much 40% of your hit points to take out the entirety of a Tier 9 tank? Well, it's not a terrible trade, but it's definitely not the kind of trades that you want to be doing. We fire speculatively there at the cheeks of the Jagdpanzer E100. It's very unlikely that we're going to go through those cheeks of that Tier 10 German tank destroyer unless we fire heat at them. So you see me here reloading a heat shell, ready to have a go at his cheeks. The standard ammunition on this tank has got 258. And the heat rounds have got 340. We have to waste one of the heat rounds there into the tracks of that E100 Jagdpanzer, but holding him in place has allowed my buddy Ike to start to put some pressure on him. And look at this, we are tag teaming him. I let Ike know at the time I have tracked him, so Ike goes around the corner and gets a clean hit into him. I pull back knowing he's aiming at me. Ike tracks him in turn, and the Jagdpanzer 100 misses, and that allows me to track him. Now, I'm so confident in my buddy Ike that I'm going to hound off the Batchat to stop him from engaging us, while Ike handles the Jagdpanzer 100. The Batchat ignores me, shoots the T10 and I connect my first shot. We put our second one into him, finishing him off, and Ike has held the Jagdpanzer 100 in place perfectly, which allows us to finish him off with a good hit from the artillery. Now, that's what this video is all about. It's highlighting the kind of teamwork that you can pull off in a platoon with your friends. No one wants to fight a Jagdpanzer 100, and heavy tanks don't do very well against Batchats with... well, don't do very well against tanks with autoloaders in general, but especially the Batchat with its great mobility. And what that means is that when you have a friend who you trust as much as I trust Ike, it really allows you to achieve things that you otherwise couldn't. So we failed to penetrate the E100 twice there. I wasn't aiming perfectly. Considering that he's lower than me, I need to aim slightly lower on his lower plate to be able to get the shot to hit flush, as you see me do here. With the dip of the shell, if you aim on the mid to upper part of his lower plate, even though it might look better, you've got less chance of hitting the target. So right now, me and Ike are in fantastic locations for T10 We're holding ridge lines next to each other, dictating how the battle goes on around us. From these positions, using the excellent gun depression the quick aim time of the 120 millimeters, and the fairly good alpha damage of 400, we're able to pick apart our opponents from mid to long ranges. So I put the first into the T49, and Ike finishes him off with a great shot. Now it's a good thing that we dealt with that T49, because if he had managed to flank round and get up behind our T125s, he can easily penetrate the rear of the tank with an HE shell, which would be more than enough to kill me. And if he rolled high, it would be enough to kill Ike as well. However, we've lost sight of the enemy. It's a very even game right now. We've already got a Brothers in Arms medal, having picked up 3 kills apiece. However, they've got a very dangerous T92, who I don't expect will be missing much, and he has been hitting some targets. He's got 3 kills as well. And we've got to deal with an E100 and an IS-3. And one of them has already made it into the cap circle. Now we've got to hurry back quickly, and the communication that me and Ike had at the moment was that I was going to try and spot for Ike, and Ike was going to get a shot off. But when I crest this ridge, it becomes quite apparent that I can't see the E100, and so Ike takes matters into his own hands and starts to make his way down the slope. Because we have a Batchat on our team, a tier 10 Batchat as a matter of fact, and it's very unlikely that he's going to miss all 4 shells with one of the most accurate artilleries at tier 10. But I plow on, and me and Ike are actually going to time our attack slightly separately here. I didn't expect the IS-3 to be coming around the corner like that, but my focus is the E100. I light him up, and the artillery makes the interrupt. Great job there by our Batchat. Keeps us in the game a little longer. The E100's aiming at me. I try and hit the back of his tank, and I bounce. I think that was a heat round. Ike finishes off the E100 as he had turned his turret to the side towards me. And then now we get to rip apart the entirety of this IS-3. And he stands absolutely no chance. At this kind of position, he's unable to hit the lower plate of the T110E3. And the upper plate where he shot is absolutely fantastic. His only chance was to try and get the side on all the rear of our vehicle, or to hopefully be able to hit the machine gun port on top. But it wasn't to be for him. And we used the full rate of fire of the E5 to take him out the game very quickly indeed. So now, me and Ike have got a situation on our hands, and that is that we have a Brothers in Arms medal, and we don't want to lose it. Remember, if you die, then you don't get your Brothers in Arms medal. So we need to hunt down this artillery effectively together. We've both loaded HE rounds. Why? Because they still have 60 millimeters of penetration, and the health of the T92 is 500. And that means that it's very unlikely that we'll kill it with one shot with AP. But if we connect an HE and it penetrates, we're going to kill it half the time. Or just over half the time. Now, when you're hunting artillery, like this, if we wanted to be ultra safe, we could just cap. But then, we put it in the hands of the judges. And Ike finishes off the artillery with a single shot, an HE penetration from this 120 millimeter. So what a great result here for me and for Ike. We managed to pick up 9 kills between us, securing a game which would almost undoubtedly been lost if it wasn't for our platoon and our impact that we had in it. I feel so much more confident when I know that I've got Ike watching my back. As an example, with that Jagdpanzer E100, I would have never gone after the Batchat to try and secure the kill on a very valuable target and leave that Jagdpanzer E100 to be able to turn and shoot me in the side. I didn't even have to look at him because I knew that Ike would have my back. This game was streamed live on Twitch TV. I'm just going to show you a couple excerpts from the highlight that I'll link down below.
He's still
I tracked him still. Has he got I don't think he's got a repair kit
what
anymore.
into him?
Did you retrack or not?
No, I fired damage on him.
I'm going to pull back because he'll fire at me.
I'll track him. He's tracked. I bounced him.
Retract.
I was lucky.
Dude, there's a bat chat above us.
I know.
Can you retrack or not?
Retract.
You retract? Okay, I'll
Yeah,
cover for the bat
retract.
chat, okay?
Yeah. I got the E1 coming
Oh,
in.
dude, I didn't kill the bat. Have you got a shot for the bat?
No, I retract the guy, but I'm moving up to...
Don't worry, I can handle the
assist
bat. I can handle the bat.
Yeah.
Good
Got him
job.
nice.
Jaeger is aiming at you. Jaeger is aiming
Yeah,
at you.
yeah. Holding.
4 seconds until I fire at him and I'll retrack him. Got
And
him.
it's gone.
Nice teamwork, Ike. Well played, sir.
Yeah, that could have turned into a well...
This game
One
isn't won yet, though,
disaster.
mate. This game is definitely not won yet.
Nah. Never is.
I can't see him. Okay, we've got him.
There he is. Make the shot. Yes! Thank you, Mr. Artillery. Right, moving in on them now.
Who's he aiming at?
I can't see
Me.
yet.
He's aiming at me.
Well, I'm coming around the corner in a moment. Have you go.
I just tracked
I got him, I got him.
Good job. So that should give you an idea of the kind of effective communication that me and Ike have when we platoon together, which is something that you can build with your friends, and it definitely makes the game a hell of a lot more rewarding. But don't worry if you're not quite there yet. Me and Ike have been playing games together online for about 10 years. And so you might have to play together with your friends for a little bit longer before you're willing to give your side to a Jagdpanzer E100. Let's just take a very quick look at the post-game stats. So this was 7,000 experience for our triple. We got the high caliber and more importantly the Brothers in Arms medal. And although it's not showing it, this was an ace tanker badge. Looking back on it, this game started off a little hairy. We lost a lot of health to the enemy T-54. But after that, our armor really started to shine through and we took over 4,000 potential damage this game and we still had a good chunk of health left at the end. We did a fair bit of detecting and also some detracking as well, probably on that Jagdpanzer E100. And this video should highlight just how well-rounded the T10E5 is. But more importantly, this video wanted to highlight the teamwork that I have with Ike. And if you enjoyed it, please consider giving the video a like down below. It really helps the channel out. And if you want to see more T10E5 gameplay, then click up here and it'll take you through to a full tank review of the vehicle with multiple ace tanker badges. And let me know in the comments down below what you think about the T10E5. I personally think it's a very strong tier 10 heavy tank, which, weak points aside, has great frontal armor, pretty darn good mobility, and a fantastic gun. But do you hate it or love it? Tell me why. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.